Hey guys, what is up? Hey guys, what is up? It is Jonathan here. I am going to be doing a video on red eye of the corn snake. It'd be a good example for I'm going to be doing basic care for for a corn snake. Um, yeah, so basic care for a corn snake because it's a very good snake to get as a first pet. Um, so like if you want to get into like keeping reptiles and stuff like I wanted to, a corn snake would be a great choice. Now they do have some very cool morphs for corn snakes. I have the I can't talk. The snow albino. Sorry, I've known that forever. Just last things right now. Is that better? Yeah, okay, that's better. So yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a video on that. Basic care. It's gonna consist of feeding, water, um, enclosure, bedding, stuff you put in there. Um, yeah, just the basics of keeping a corn snake. Everything you need to know about keeping a corn snake. All right, let's go ahead and open the cage up. He is about 5.5 years old. It is a male, and the way I knew that he was a male is one second, I just gotta get a good handle on him. So the way I knew he was a male is he kind of stopped growing at the beginning of this year, and females do get bigger than males. So if I had a female, he'd be a lot bigger. But he's a male, and this is kind of as big as he'll get. He'll start getting around. He'll get a little bigger, but he'll start getting bigger around girth wise, and yeah. So basic care of keeping a corn snake. So to start out with, I like to the babies can start out from in a 10-gallon tank. Uh, um, they can really start out in any size tank, but the best thing to do is keep them in a. It's a little better to keep them in a tank that is suitable for their size, because having putting a little baby corn snake that big in a 55-gallon tank, it's gonna be kind of hard to find them, and if you have a lot of hiding spots. But if you just put one hide, then obviously it'd be so. Tank size, it's good to keep them in around a 10 to 30-gallon tank. I kind of got the kit when I was little. I got him. I got this guy when I was in third grade. He was just a little guy. I don't have any pictures of him when he was little, but he was so tiny. And it was so cool. But I wasn't as knowledgeable about reptiles as I am now. I just thought it'd be cool to have a snake, and I liked them. So, you know, I went ahead and got a snake, and then since I'm good at handling him, had him for a while, did a lot of research on him through the past years. I know a ton about him. And, you know, I didn't like that, like, no, looking back now, I don't like that I just got a snake, and I didn't know much about it. And I didn't know morphs or anything, so I'm getting way off topic here, guys. Alright, so 30-gallon tank, a great, it's a great size tank for a baby. I like to keep at least 2 hides and 1 water bowl in there. You don't have to have 2 hides, you can have 1, but you put the heat lamp on the opposite side of the water bowl. You want to put, so for example, you put the water bowl on the left side of the tank. You want to put the water bowl on the far left side of the tank as you can, and then you want to put the heat lamps on the far right side of the tank. And then on the right side of the tank, you'll have rocks, and I like to have a hide on the hot side and on the cold side. But if you only have one hide, then just put it in the middle. But I have so he's been in a 30-gallon tank, and right now he's about 3.5 feet long. So I was like, you know what? I think I'll move him out because he's getting kind of big, and he had recently did a shed in there, and it came out all in pieces, and I kept his skin was just getting really loose. He wasn't very active. It was just looked like he didn't really like it in there. And I was riding my bike to school one day, and I found that 55-gallon tank right there. And I was like, oh, that's a great tank. And I originally thought it'd be good to put like, I kind of wanted to have like a fish tank, put like a bass in there. It'd be cool. But then I realized that he wasn't liking his 30-gallon tank very much. So I was like, I'll just throw him in there. I got it all set up, cleaned up. The tank was in horrible condition. I got it all set up and cleaned up, and it was looking great. Now, let's get back on track here. So, it's good to have the water bowl on far side of the tank and the heat lamps on the far other side of the tank with all the rocks and stuff. And now he's in a 55-gallon tank, and he loves it a lot more. I have a water bowl. You want to have the water bowl to where they can fully submerge. So you're definitely going to have to get a bigger water bowl if you get the kit as a baby. Because when I got the kit, it came in the 30-gallon tank. It came with like lights and everything. It was like $150. It was a great deal. Maybe 200 maybe. I don't know. But it was a great deal. I didn't really understand it. I didn't really care. I just loved that I had a snake. And then for bedding. Now bedding, a lot of people don't think it's as big of a deal, but I think it really helps with shedding. It really helps with their attitude, the way they are, because I've noticed the difference in them when I change the bedding. I just recently used a new bedding, Eco Earth. It's a really humid bedding. You want to have good humidity when they shed, so it can just slip right off. It's very comfortable for them. And yeah, so I used Eco Earth. You got to be careful about it though, because if you use just a little bit too much water, it won't turn out very good, and it'll get all cold and moist. I actually ended up using too much water. I used the dried bricks, and you're supposed to put them in something and put warm water in there. Well, I put warm water in there, and I think I put too much. So that was a problem. And yeah, so you want to have good bedding. Usually want to have stuff that holds moisture. It's nice to have stuff that keeps away the smell, because it's not good. So here, let me just put him on my neck like that. So and then I just recently went and found some logs. I'll make another video on treating wood. It's going to be a good video, because these snakes aren't arboreal, but they will climb, and the logs make the tank look nice. It's really good. So and then feeding wise, I gotta hurry up and get this done. So feeding as a baby, when you get one as a whole full baby newborn, you want to feed it pinkies once a week. So one pinky once a week, maybe two pinkies a week. Yeah, 2 pinkies a week, because they need a lot of protein. And make sure whatever you feed it is no bigger than the girth of the snake, which is the widest part of the snake. So make sure you have that, and then when they get bigger, you can start feeding rats. Just make sure they are smaller than the girth, or about the size of the girth. Now you can feed over the girth, which is good. just you can't do it all the time. Every once in a while, you'll give your snake something a little bigger, just to. It's good for rats. The reason why you want to feed your snake rats as soon as you can is because they have a lot of protein, and they have a lot of they just have a lot more of everything, vitamins, protein, everything, and that's good to feed your snake. So I have a 30-gallon tank. He eats live rats. The good snake. He's so healthy. His skin really mellowed out. It's not too tight. It's not too loose. It's perfect. He is probably going to be shedding. I'm going to try and get a time lapse of him shedding. It'd be so cool. And yeah. So I have at least maybe 4 hides in there with all the wood in there. And yeah, the Eco Earth, it's really good. Just make sure, because it'll get cold if you put too much water in there, and you don't want your snake getting cold. So, yeah. So that is some of the basic care tips. Sorry, guys, I just don't have much time. I gotta get to school and stuff. I didn't think the video was gonna take this long, but yeah. Just make sure if you follow all those tips and you do a little bit more research, you should be able to watch more of my videos for care for this guy, and you get a lot of good information because I'll give you guys the ups and downs of having a snake. If a snake is good for you, maybe a snake isn't. Maybe a lizard is, or a turtle, or something, or maybe a snake is good for you. You know, never know. So yeah. Oh yeah. Make sure. Just one more thing. When you get it, make sure you get this stuff. It's called Tropical Mist. It kind of has a smell to it. You could just use a regular water spray bottle, but this stuff kind of fixes the. It's like a moist to keep the tank moisturized, or whatever. So the humidity. You want to keep the humidity about 65 to 75, and then you don't want it too high, and then you want to have the heat from around 75 to 85, which is it's a good heat to have. Around 75 to 85 is great. And yeah. Alright, see you guys. I'll be doing another video here. I'm gonna be gone all week, so tomorrow I'll have another video. It'll be a video of me and my friend. We're gonna be out doing some crazy stuff, and then I'm also gonna get a video of treating bark, which is a really big thing because it makes the tank look good. Snake is happy. Yeah. So see you guys. Peace out.